Some important items on the agenda for trustees of the Beaumont Independent School District. They are meeting tonight.
And that's where we will find KFDM's Justin Hinton at the Beaumont ISD Administration Building with more on tonight's meeting and the possible status of the district's controller. Justin?
Kelly, we do have a decision on the district's controller. The board decided tonight, 6-0, to terminate her position. Literally, they did that in the past 2 minutes. I just ran outside, and they have decided to terminate district controller Sharika Allison. Now, FBI agents raided her home at the beginning of November, along with the administration building. Superintendent Dr. Timothy Shagwa says that the investigation stems around the possible misuse of public funds, but he never named Allison as a suspect in that investigation. We learned at last month's regularly scheduled meeting that the board decided to move forward with the termination process for Allison, and that concluded tonight, again, in a 6-0 vote to terminate her position. Board President Gwen Ambrose is not at tonight's meeting. She had a family emergency. Now, the FBI also raided the home of the District Director of Finance, Devin McCraney, in November. Again, the superintendent did not specifically name McCraney as a subject either. However, at last month's regularly scheduled meeting, the board also decided to move forward with his possible termination as well. Now, his proposed termination is not on the agenda tonight. Now, that could mean that he appealed that decision. We were told at the last regular meeting that the board would consider his proposed termination at the next meeting if he did not appeal. And again, his proposed termination is not on the agenda. Now, the board was also expected to discuss tonight, behind closed doors, what's going to happen with Communication Director Jessie Haynes and her leave. Now, back in August, surveillance video shows Haynes blocking a door. Trustee Mike Neal says he was trying to find out why reporter Jerry Jordan was not allowed inside a meeting held for reporters after the board meeting. Now, that's when the two made contact. Haynes was charged with a Class B misdemeanor for obstruction. Neal has not been charged with anything. Haynes claims she was assaulted in the process and has been on assault leave since August 5th. So a lot of things that are going on at this meeting tonight. One of the things they did discuss earlier in the evening was that 5-2 proposed map. And one of the important things, they've got some dates that you need to be aware of if you are watching right now. One of those being January 6th. Now, that is the date that will be the deadline that trustees can submit a proposed map to the superintendent. So if you would like to have some input in that map, you need to contact your trustee before the 6th and get them that map so that they can then turn that over to the superintendent, who will present that to the attorneys as well as the demographer. The other important date after that January 6th date is going to be January 13th. And that's the first of 2 public hearings to discuss the maps. Now, that will be held right here behind me in the boardroom of the administration building on January 13th. Another meeting is also scheduled for January 23rd. That's the second public hearing, and then they will take a final vote on February 6th. So make sure you contact your trustee if you want part of that process. We're live in Beaumont tonight. Justin Hinton, KFDM 6 News.